Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a deep dive into Evil Dead Burn 2026, the newest chapter in the legendary Evil Dead franchise. If you're a fan of supernatural horror, terrifying demons, intense survival stories, and over-the-top practical gore effects, then this movie is definitely one you'll want to know about. Without wasting any time, let's get started. The story centers around a family that reunites at an isolated lakeside house after a heartbreaking tragedy. What begins as a quiet and emotional gathering soon turns into an unimaginable nightmare when an ancient evil is accidentally awakened. Once this demonic force is released, there is no escape. Family members slowly become possessed by the terrifying Deadites, and every room in the house becomes a battlefield. One of the strongest aspects of Evil Dead Burn is its atmosphere. From the very first scenes, the movie creates a constant feeling of tension. The isolated location, dark forests, heavy rain, and eerie silence make the audience feel trapped alongside the characters. Every strange sound and every shadow builds suspense, keeping you on edge throughout the film. The performances are another highlight. The cast does a convincing job portraying fear, grief, and desperation as they fight to survive. Their emotional reactions make the horror feel believable, even when the supernatural events become increasingly disturbing. Of course, no Evil Dead movie would be complete without extreme horror and brutal gore. Evil Dead Burn delivers exactly what fans expect. The practical makeup effects are outstanding, making the possessed Deadites look horrifying and unforgettable. Instead of relying only on computer-generated effects, the filmmakers use realistic prosthetics, makeup, and physical effects that make every attack feel raw and terrifying. The action sequences are intense and fast-paced. Every encounter with the Deadites feels unpredictable because the possessed characters are violent, relentless, and impossible to reason with. The survival battles become more desperate as the movie progresses, and the tension rarely slows down. Visually, the movie looks fantastic. The cinematography uses dark lighting, close-up shots, and creative camera movements to make the audience feel like they're inside the nightmare. Combined with an unsettling musical score and disturbing sound design, the horror experience becomes even more immersive. However, the film isn't perfect. The storyline is relatively straightforward and focuses more on relentless horror than deep storytelling. Some characters could have been developed further before the chaos begins, making it easier for viewers to connect emotionally with them. While the movie succeeds as a brutal horror experience, those looking for a complex plot may find it somewhat predictable. Still, that's not necessarily a weakness for fans of the Evil Dead franchise. The series has always been known for its fast pacing, supernatural chaos, shocking violence, and creative horror rather than complicated storytelling. In that regard, Evil Dead Burn stays true to the franchise's identity while introducing enough fresh ideas to keep things exciting. The movie balances supernatural horror, survival action, and disturbing visuals very effectively. Every new scene raises the stakes, and the sense of danger continues until the final moments. Even after the climax, the ending leaves just enough mystery to suggest that the evil may not be gone forever, leaving fans eager for another sequel. So, is Evil Dead Burn worth watching? If you're a horror fan who enjoys supernatural creatures, intense suspense, practical gore effects, and non-stop survival action, then the answer is definitely yes. However, if you're sensitive to graphic violence or excessive bloodshed, this may not be the right movie for you. Overall, Evil Dead Burn is a terrifying and entertaining addition to one of horror's most iconic franchises. It may,